On March 27th, 2024, Elon Musk was deposed in a libel lawsuit filed by Ben Brody. Musk's lawyer, Alex Spiro, tried to retroactively mark the deposition as confidential, but it wasn't.
Of course I can ask him, do you think you committed actual malice? Do you think you were reckless? Of course I can ask those questions.
The deposition is a new Hug House podcast reenactment of the entire deposition, word by word, in full, taken very seriously.
Things that he did wrong.
But that's the point. That's not what you're allowed
Until he really just can't anymore?
Not what you're allowed to do in the deposition. You can't just get him talking.
The deposition drops on the 4th of July, 2024, with 4 weekly episodes. Subscribe on your podcatcher of choice or find us at hughouse.productions today.
Brought to you by Hug House Productions.
This season of Valence is sponsored by Proton VPN. You've heard us say this before and we'll say it again. Online privacy is crucial and can be hard to manage even for the most cautious of us. That's why we're glad to know that Proton VPN believes online privacy should be available to everyone. Their basic account is free and their app is supported on all devices. So, whether you're working at a magical tech firm, creating an anonymous blog for muses, or just browsing the web, you can know you're doing it safely when you use Proton VPN. And you can do all that and help support Valence and Hug House at the same time by signing up for any account at hughouse.productions/ProtonVPN or by following the link in our show notes.
Valence is a serialized fiction podcast with discussions and depictions of struggles with mental health. You can check our show notes or the transcripts on valencepod.com for a full list of content warnings and their timestamps. It's important to take care of yourself, especially here in New Camler.
These training modules are so boring. I've already done this. I don't need to have it explained again. Come on, pay attention. There's probably something you can take away from this all. Okay. Module 37, Testing Procedures. This one should be valuable at least. 1. When speaking to a test subject, remember to use your color identifier and the subject's numerical identifier. If the test subject asks for your real name, do not use it. Instead, tell them that your color identifier is your real name. If the test subject tells you their real name, affirm them that their numerical identifier is their real name. Usually even Riley is more subtle than that. Hey, what was the name of that thing you read? There was something like starts to act violently, you must first use the emergency haven button on your side of the table. Second, speak to the test subject calmly to de-escalate Kafka, the metamorphosis with the bug person. No, I suppose that isn't really related.
I am a terrible influence on you.
Most likely, but I don't think I mind it. Not right now. Pay attention. Second, speak to the test subject calmly to de-escalate the situation. Remind the subject that you are here to help them. Remind the subject that they are being filmed. Remind the subject that security is always close by. Remind the subject that they are contractually bound to the project. Remind the subject why they have agreed to take part. Was it Catcher in the Rye? What even happened in that one? Was there a plot? You should memorize the questionnaire before entering any testing session with a subject. This will help you negotiate if a subject starts behaving violently. If you cannot judge whether or not a subject is behaving rationally, always remember that Halo values your safety. Always err on the side of caution. If you aren't sure, it is always better to act with the assumption that the situation may get violent. Take time to contact your direct supervisor if you have any... Good morning, Noelle.
Here, I brought you a coffee.
Oh, thank you.
I've noticed you typically take it with enough milk to just barely be the color of the dinner table in the family home, so I added approximately as much as...
I don't know what that table looks like.
Right.
Or at least I don't remember. But this looks perfect. Thank you. I didn't realize you were paying attention to such a thing.
I only noticed because I was shocked you don't take it black, given how dutifully you stick to an air of the macabre.
Christ, Noelle. Yeah, you certainly have me there.
Ugh. Come on, then. You're starting solo testing this afternoon.
What? But I was just in the middle of this safety training document about...
You've already read it 3 times. We track what you're doing. Stop wasting my time.
Right. Sorry, Is everything okay?
Excuse me?
Is everything okay, Noelle?
If you're trying to...
I'm trying to talk to my sister, who seems kind of on edge right now.
Well, you could have done that.
5 years ago, when I left. I know, but you wanted me to work here, didn't you? And I wanted me to work here so I could see you. I'm doing my best, I think. But unless you want us to have an entirely business-based relationship and forget all family ties, I'll need some help from you, too.
This isn't a conversation suited for the workplace.
No, it isn't. Is everything okay?
I got an alert on my school email account about this spring session's graduation information. It just threw me off. It's nothing.
That isn't nothing. I know you wanted to walk.
If you're going to work with me, you need to understand that I can only do so much of this. I've hit my limit for now, and we have work to do.
Okay.
Today's assignment will be easy. You'll take the morning in the office studying your subject's file. Then, after lunch, your session with your subject is at 2:15. The session should last no more than 10 minutes, but we do add in a 5-minute buffer just in case. After you log the session information in the file, you're free to leave for the day.
People in R&D are just allowed to go home early after sessions?
It depends. For newer recruits, we only schedule 1 session each afternoon. The rest of the afternoon is scheduled for either early release or emergency medical attention, if needed.
Ah. How many sessions do you typically have in a day?
Not too many, just 3 for now. But I know Haley used to have something like 15.
Who's Haley?
And Dad was up to, I don't know, probably somewhere more like 20 before. Your session today is with N213. She's a slight that can levitate coins in their hand. Her hand.
Are this person's pronouns they or she?
The file states she.
That isn't what I asked.
The file states she. You need to always follow the information in the file.
No, not going to be doing that. Oh, what a great moral stand from the person working with Riley. Nope, shan't do it. What will I be testing for?
The same I've been showing you. Don't worry. I'll be watching from the other side of a 2-way mirror, and if you need anything, I'll be in my office until then. Just don't worry. It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go. I will see you after lunch.
Oh, maybe we can do lunch together.
No, I have a lunch meeting. But Perhaps tomorrow?
I'd like that.
I'd heard such good things about this place, but I'd never have an excuse to come out to this part of town, so thank you for giving me the excuse I needed.
Yeah, always a good day for Soul Session with Soul.
I'm glad you were free today. How are you?
Well, I've killed about half my plants by now. I was never the one who looked after them, so I'm having to guess, and usually guessing wrong and feeling bad when they die. And so then Jesse has to stop me from buying more whenever we're out.
Impulse buying plants, huh? I wouldn't know anything about that.
Mira, mijo, don't you lie to my face. Flynn told me all about you turning your room into a plant nursery.
I told you that in confidence.
You know. And now I'm telling Liam in confidence that you told me in confidence. Flynn, you look good. I really like the teal hair. Yeah, está buena.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a side effect of something that I wanted to tell you about. I'll bring it up once we've found somewhere to eat.
Oh, no. Lunch is my treat. It's the least I can do.
The least you can do? Something's up.
If I'm being honest, my motivations for inviting you were not entirely unselfish. I hope that's all right.
Are you doing okay?
Well, you're much smarter than me, and...
Yeah, true.
I'd argue that smartness is subjective. But go on.
And you have much more experience with being a functional person in the world, and more experience making decisions based on right and wrong rather than out of fear and self-preservation.
Okay, pausa. This is about to get heavy, I can tell. So let's put that on hold until we get to the park. Fewer eavesdroppers.
Sensible.
Finn, what did you want to tell me about?
So it's actually... it's also the reason I'm so sweaty. Let's stay outside, but sorry in advance if I'm just over here dripping. So a few days ago, Alicia told us about this magic shop. So we went, and this enamel pin is like connected to this crystal, and I had to charge it, and then you put the pin on, and it helps a little bit with like appearance changes for dysphoria. And I think I think it's cool. It has side effects, and some of them are okay, like the hair is great. Like, hell yeah, I don't have to buy dye or bleach or anything. But there are some that suck. Like, for me, I run, like, really hot. Like, do you see these sweat stains? It's nasty. And the shopkeep said that there might be some unexpected magic runoff because I'm not a muse, but, like, it's new, but it's already really helping me out.
Aha.
And so I just thought, maybe sometime you'd want to try it out.
No sé, Flynn. Quizá, but I mean, things are so fluid with me. I mean, I don't even know what I'd change. Hay tantas cosas some things that I wouldn't want to, and I wouldn't want people to think that I'm making myself skinnier. Porque I don't want people to think I'm trying to hide my body. I'm fat, y eso es.
Oh, no, that, it's all about what would work for you, but, like, I won't push it on you, though.
I'm processing. I can't help but wonder what Luis would think, what he would say. Not about how I look, claro, but using something like this as someone without magic. Y quién sabe, right? Like, who's to say I even have real dysphoria?
Soul, that's bullshit.
Mira, maybe, I don't know. maybe I'm just too old for this new tech. Sabe, I can't really wrap my brain around what it means for me. Pero quizás, right? Like, maybe I'll try it someday. So, thank you for telling me about it, Flynn. And I'm really glad that it's working for you. Because te ves súper bien. You look great, you look comfortable, and you look happy.
Thanks, Sol.
Now, Liam, I hear you're dating again.
Why is my personal life a source of gossip now?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
You don't gravitate towards the straightforward, uncomplicated ones. Flynn mentioned her to me once
good.
or twice.
Because someone had to.
Okay, Flynn, but he didn't really go into detail. What's she like?
She's... I'm still getting to know her.
Okay, pero that's not quite what I asked.
Dodge and weave.
I know, and I'm sorry. I'm not sure I'm comfortable talking about it just yet. I'm still working out how to feel about it all.
Okay, there's no need to apologize. It can be difficult to put labels on things that are new.
Come on, Vamps, you know I fucking
So-
hate labels. Not
What was
now.
it that you wanted to talk with me about?
Ethics, I think? And also, how do you know when you've gone too far? When you're trying to do good, but to do that good, it requires you to do something terrible.
Ay, mijo. That is not a small topic,
No.
and it's not a clear-cut one either.
I know.
We just think that, I don't know, maybe you know more about it than anyone else we know.
I'm not sure I can answer that for you.
Oh.
Fair.
Honestly, I'm not sure anyone can. I think this has to be you determining where that line falls for yourself. I can try if you want me to. Tell me more?
Well, we've talked about Noelle before. About how I feel I abandoned her and failed her.
And is making up for that what's got you so worried?
Yes. I need to know where the line should be drawn. I need to determine how much harm is acceptable in order to help. Or if even trying to quantify that is a monstrous act.
Love is surprisingly good at justifying harm.
Right.
See, even Sol thinks your quest is misguided and terrible.
But guilt is even better. Your guilt, though, seems to be more focused on finding reasons to tear yourself apart, no matter what choice you make.
Oh?
Oh, shit.
I think you know yourself much better than you give yourself credit for. And I think you've grown as a person, even in the last few months, enough to be able to answer those questions. If I may make a suggestion,
Of course, please.
consider looking at this from another angle. Instead of asking how much harm is acceptable, ask, is what I am doing compromising who I am? If the answer is yes, you'll need to find another way to accomplish what you're trying to do. Or, if there's something else you can do to keep you grounded in who you are.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, well, it's like you said, I'm very smart.
Okay, you can do this. It will be simple. You will be kind. You will be fine. You will do no real lasting damage personally. You will just ask simple questions. This in no way compromises the person you have worked to become. They'll remember your face forever. Your name might be Glass, but your face will always be in their nightmares. You have to do this. You have to do this so things can get better. What if they become violent? How will you protect yourself?
What?
N213 is here for you, sir.
Thank you. You can show them in.
Hi.
Hi, N213. You can call me Glass.
Okay. Hi, Glass. I'm N213.
They look so scared. Good. That's smart. It shows they're not a fool like N414.
Today, we're testing a new version of the device we released recently. Do you know about the Havens?
Only from the previous tests.
Come on. You're supposed to have that memorized.
Right, of course. Thank you. Our test today will be simple and routine.
Okay.
Could you please remove your halo? Please take the piece of nickel on the desk in front of you and attempt to levitate it in the palm of your right hand.
Sorry, sometimes I have trouble if I'm nervous.
This is your
Sorry.
fault.
That's all right. Take your time.
This is their fault. You are them, Glass.
Thank you. Now, could you try with your... Oh, I like your pin.
What?
Your pin. It's good to know you use they, them. I'll be sure to mark it in your file.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Of course.
I'm supposed to try with my other hand now, right?
Right. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm going to turn the Haven on now, okay?
Okay, I guess.
Okay. Now, try to levitate it again, once with your left hand, once with your right. Do you experience any physical sensation when your magic is interrupted by the Haven?
No, I don't think so, no.
Good. Can you try levitating the metal higher?
I can only ever do it that high.
Can you try anyway?
Yeah, I can try. Huh. Maybe I can levitate it higher. I mean, without,
Can I use these sessions to help teach muses about what they might be able to do? Oh my god, this is it. This can be the something else that Saul mentioned.
Still no changes. No physical sensations?
No, still nothing.
All right, let's keep trying that, just to see.
Okay. So, right hand first, right? Okay. Still no change. And with my other hand, right?
How are you feeling?
Actually kind of tired. Is it okay if we call it here?
Of course. Thank you for your efforts today.
Thank you, too. I'm glad you're the one working with me.
I'm glad to hear that.
N213, we'll see you out now.
Oh, geez, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Okay. Bye, Glass.
Have a good rest of your day.
That was fine work for your first session, but you're being risky. You can't go changing procedures and scripts, especially not this early on.
Right. Sorry.
You're free to go. I'll show you out.
Okay.
Why is the energy right now so tense? She must be so mad at me. Ugh, I fucked this up. They're probably even more onto me than they already were. I'm an idiot. I'm going to ruin this for everyone. All because I thought I could outsmart them and teach these muses something. Or try to act like I'm the good one here. There's no such thing as a good one here.
Oh.
Thank you for how you handled that with the pronouns.
What?
It meant a lot to me. I've been trying to advocate for changes on this front for some time, and it matters. I understand that this company is traditionally conservative, but it just seems cruel.
Yes, it does.
So, thank you. This is me doing my part. And now I have reached my limit again.
It seems your limit has increased dramatically since the last time.
Don't get your hopes up that this trend will continue.
No, of course not.
This was a one-time thing, but yeah, thank you.
Liam, hey, I didn't know if you were gonna make it. I know you don't really do crowds.
Of course, how?
Huh?
How do you know I don't do crowds?
I mean, I've seen you pack up and leave when Fire Creek gets to be too much for you. I figured it was because you were out, but not too out, you know?
What do crowds have to do with being bi? And I'm very out about that.
No, out about your magic.
I see. No, that's unrelated.
Shit, I've got to get my drink order in. Give me your tickets. I'll get yours too. What do you want?
Get the wine. You can do this. Just say no, and then you're done.
Nothing for me, thanks.
Huh. You didn't strike me as a teetotaler.
I haven't struck you yet at all.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, not like that. I wouldn't. I mean it like,
Lightning?
Wait, what?
What were you gonna say?
Nothing. What did you say?
Ugh, it doesn't matter. I've got to go get a drink, and you need to get us some good seats. Show's about to start, Sparky.
Sparky?
Really, what is it with you and people with terrible taste in nicknames? At least it makes more sense than Buckaroo. Don't try to play this off as a joke. He called everyone Buckaroo. He called you Vamps. And what the hell was that you said? Were you trying to be smooth? Were you trying to be sexy? Just be glad she cut you off. Honestly, the first 5 minutes of the date and you're already bringing a corporal punishment.
Hey, I found you. You sure you didn't want to sit closer up?
The show will be on the ceiling, so all seats are good seats, and I thought it might be nice to be in a quieter corner.
Oh?
In case we wanted to talk, so we won't disturb the other people here.
Oh. Okay.
Please take your seats now. The show will begin momentarily.
When you look to the night sky, what is it that you see? Do you look for constellations? Clusters of stars that tell the stories of ancient myth? Do you look to find planets, wondering how their surface differs from ours? Do you look at the millions of stars, wondering what else lies
there's a
in
theory
space?
that your natal chart influences what your magic's focus
do you ever
is.
wish you could leave the Earth's
There...
gravitational
What?
pull
It's just something I read online.
yourself? Welcome
Do you read a lot about muses?
our skies.
Well, yeah, do you not?
Oh, yes, of course. I have a Twitter alert on my phone.
Yeah?
When we look at most
That's actually pretty
depictions of
smart.
constellations,
It's not like you're gonna get any real news from major media outlets these days.
That is true.
Do you have any goddamn clue what you're saying, or are you just throwing word soup at her? Sometimes the situation calls for word soup. You will look up what these things are later and do them so that it's not technically lying. It's just telling the truth before you turn it into a truth, which might be fine. Oh my god.
on Earth, our eyes can't perceive that distance. Let us look at
Do you have any hobbies?
Pitching softballs now, huh?
What does that mean?
Yes.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm part of this community organization. We try to coordinate local resources for muses who need help.
That's amazing. It's so tangible.
Well, yeah, tangible is what people need right now. Bigger changes take time, so while people are working towards those, I want to work towards helping how I can with everyday stuff. But what about you? I saw you with a few different muses. Are you involved in anything?
Telling her you were part of a secret government organization is absurd. Do not say those words out loud. That is a monumentally stupid idea.
I was recruited to a group of people who, we were trying to make those changes Faster?
Shit, like secret agent stuff? Liam, were you an operative? Do you have missions? No, don't say anything else here. It's way too public. Tell me later, in private.
The view from the stars themselves tells a story that's a little different. In Greek mythology, the story of Centauri starts with the story of Ixion, a king of Lapiths who went mad after betraying his father-in-law. Zeus, taking pity on Ixion, invited him to Mount Olympus. When he arrived, Ixion was taken by the beauty and wisdom of Hera.
Valence is a Hug House production. You can find more information at hughouse.productions. Valence is created by me, Wil Williams. This episode was written by Katie Youmans and Wil Williams, with creative consulting by Caleb Del Rio and Elena Fernández Collins. This episode was edited and the sound designed by Wil Williams. This episode was directed by Anne Baird and Katie Youmans, and produced by Anne Baird. This episode was performed by, in order of appearance, Josh Rubino as Liam and Liam's Inner Voices, Alex Welch as Noel Alden, John Westover as Nico Salvi, Miracle Fonmanu as Zoe Kafoa, Elena Fernández Collins as Soledad Marquez, Caleb Del Rio as Flynn Velasco, Richie Emmons as the Halo Security Officer, Emma Laslett as the Planetarium employee, and Miranda Southwell as the Planetarium show narrator. Our theme music for Season 2 was written and performed by Travis Reeves, with production from Raul Vega. Our other music is provided by Loyalty Freak Music, a trans composer who we love and who makes music people can use for free. You can find their work at loyaltyfreakmusic.com. You can find our full cast list and information on how to support this indie podcast on valencepod.com. There you can find a link to our Patreon, where you can access the full version of the Planetarium narration from this episode. Until next time, protect your magic.